with my guys. How far now, my guys? How na dey?
Omo dey, wetin dey sup?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Omo we dey. Brotherly, how far na?
Barman, help me with one bottle. Now here we dey yarn all the yarnings o. Join Ejiro and the men there on Bright 98.7 FM every Sunday by 3 p.m. Make we talk everything wey dey we mind.
Nice, bands a lot.
Hello and welcome to Men's Lounge. Men's Lounge is a program where we discuss trending issues on politics, sport, entertainment, and every other issues that affect our daily life. My name is Ejiro Unwata, but you can call me Mr. Wav. Yes, today on Men's Lounge, we have a whole lot of trending issues to discuss on this program today. I will not be doing this alone. I'm with Mr. Engineer Celestine. You're welcome.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes. So today on Men's Lounge, we are going to be looking at the Ondo State elections. A winner has been declared by what I just saw an update about that. We are going to talk about it and how a lot of monies were flying everywhere and all that. Equally on the program, we are going to talk about the fight of the week, you know, when a 58-year-old man gets into the ring, you know what happens. That's Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson fight and all that. Also, for discussion is we have a trending issue we are going to be talking about today. Is it right for a lady to propose to her fiancé? We are going to look into that. And then there's equally another story that trended about how a lady went to church and she was able to get her missing rib.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
So we want to know if that's the reason why some people go to church. Is it wrong or right? We are going to be looking at these issues to find out what really is the right thing to do and all that. So keep your fingers crossed. There's a whole lot to talk about today. And let me give out the numbers. So if you want to call in and contribute your quota, you can just, the calling number is 0808 704 1217. 0808 704 1217. On the WhatsApp number is 090 161 50614. 090 161 50614. Oh, we have a call already. This is sharp. Okay. Okay, let's just let's get the program started so that they can start calling in and we'll pick your call. And if you can't, maybe we should equally give out the WhatsApp number. They can call the WhatsApp number. You can call the WhatsApp number. The number is 090 161 50614. So you can call the WhatsApp number and we'll pick your call via WhatsApp call.
I'll send a voice note on WhatsApp.
Yes, you can send a voice note on WhatsApp, but we'll have to be mindful of what you're sending so that we don't play the wrong thing on air. All right, Mr. Celestine, a whole lot has been happening. Let's kick off with the issue of the NNPC, the Dangote refinery, the reduction in fuel price and all that. How are you taking this, Mr. Celestine?
For me, it's just a news headline because the effect on the masses, the effect on the actual oil price is not something that have any significant effect. We discussed this throughout the week, how Dangote finally came out and gave out the price, how he's selling 990, how the NNPC came out to say this will have effects. That what is 50 naira? We saw that it's only 50 naira drop in the price or in the pump price in most states. So the issue is we are still where we are. As far as fuel is sold above 1,000 naira, we are still where we are. There is no.
You know, a lot of persons we are looking up to Dangote like the Messiah that will come and save the fuel situation. But, it's quite sad that what we're seeing now, they are saying that, hey, they can't go beyond this price. I mean, some persons are saying if the federal government intervene, the fuel pump price can be reduced by Dangote to at least 600 naira per liter.
That is what we see in other countries. Let me refer you to Dangote's the price of Dangote cement in Nigeria and in Ghana. We discussed it some time ago. We saw that Dangote was selling cheaper in Ghana than in Nigeria, and I told them, look, this man is a businessman. If he goes to Ghana and the economic condition around him doing business there is more favorable, and the government is imposing on him, you must sell at so price, he will come down. Because there are things that the economic condition in a particular place. What is the cost of cost of production for him? What is the cost of manpower running his business in Ghana and compared to Nigeria? What about taxes? So when you put up all these things, you find out that our government have a major role to play in determining how much Dangote says at the end, because he's a businessman.
Of course.
He's not going to come out and say, because I'm a Nigerian, I will sell at loss. No. At loss. No. He won't want to lose as a businessman. So he will sell at the price where he will make money.
Profit,
so it is at the onions of our government to give him a conducive atmosphere where he can sell at a price conducive for the masses and still make his little money. You're right. But what would have expected that with the way Nigerians were trooping out when Dangote came out to say, oh, federal government, NNPC don't want to sell to me and all that. Nigerians supported him. They show solidarity, all right? Because they say, oh, this is our own. So it is expected that one good turn deserves another. Yes, we know he's a businessman, but I don't think it will cost much if he tried to, because we are not talking of importing now. Yes.
You understand? So he's not importing. So a lot of taxes have been boycotted by that. So what is now the bottleneck that Nigerians cannot get this price in Nigeria at a cheaper rate?
Now, we talked about selling crude oil to Dangote in Naira.
Yes.
That everybody rejoiced when the federal government announced that, and we were like, wow, okay. So there is nothing like forex having a role to play in this. But you ask yourself, how much is NNPC or federal government selling crude to Dangote? I'm not sure this fact is to the public, is in the public domain.
Yeah.
So we need to ask, how much is the federal government selling per barrel to Dangote? That will now give us a more information to say, okay, Dangote, you have to be patriotic or you have to do this. If he is buying at a price that when at the end of the whole thing, he's not making gain, if he says at that particular price, then we have to ask our government the question.
Yes.
Government have to answer to it. How much are you selling to him? And what are the conditions that determine how much he says at the end? That is what we need to talk about.
There's a whole lot. Joining us for the program is Comrade Ima Ehagbafe. Comrade, you're welcome.
Good afternoon, Nigerians.
Also here is the barrister himself. Today, I'm going to engage barrister a whole lot because the judiciary has really started purging himself, the NJC. Last week, we talked about me and Ima Ehagbafe. We were on the barrister's neck, telling him how the judiciary need to purge, the NJC need to purge itself of some bad characters. And within the week, it's like they were listening. We saw a whole lot of things they did from Imo State. And we are going to discuss all this issue. Mr. Barrister Brimo Esquire, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Nigerians.
Yes, we are discussing just before you came in about the Dangote, the reduction of fuel price, and what have you, because a whole lot of Nigerians are saying that if you are producing this thing in Nigeria, why can't we have it at a very cheaper price? Comrade, what's your take on this? Because they say they've reduced 15 naira. And according to Engineer Celeste, what is 15 naira?
Well, exactly. What is 15 naira? So, the truth is, I actually didn't expect... when Dangote was building that refinery, my thought was, the price of fuel, both diesel, kerosene, then the premium motor spirit, which is the fuel, will be much more cheaper. But what we are seeing is, the direct opposite of what we actually thought and what we actually envisaged. Now, they told us that before now that the reason why fuel is always expensive was because of the price of dollar when dollar goes up and all that. And now we are not even importing. We are buying from Dangote, and it's still very expensive. And now they are telling us that they have reduced the price of fuel by 15 naira. Are we supposed to be celebrating 15 naira? What is 15 naira? So you see, it means that even the Dangote refinery has actually not helped. It has not solved our problem.
Yeah.
That is what I think. That's my thought.
Okay. Barrister, what's your take on this?
Yes, the politics, we will get it right very soon by the special grace of God. We must not fail to appreciate the fact that there are a lot of factors that are contributory to the fact that Dangote has not been able to find its footing. There has been a clash between the Dangote refinery and the NNPC as to issue of price, the issue of purchase, and issue of loading from the Dangote and all that. There have been a lot of gimmicks, economic gimmicks, as to who gets what, how, and when. And not until we are able to resolve those issues, the price will continue to be to the common man as if there is a kind of a chess game. Of course, the federal government through its NNPC are trying to play games with the Dangote refinery, as it were, to see how they can either achieve score an economic goal, but it shouldn't be at the detriment. Obviously, it shouldn't be at the detriment of the welfare of Nigerians, because what Nigerians want to see is how well. Of course, the issue of 15 naira reduction is too small, it's too minute to
Way
give
too
effect to the economy, because as I told you weeks ago, that the PMS, the price of PMS is a major determinant of other prices of other products in the market. So a reduction of that product is a drastic it has a drastic effect on other products in the market, even down to the local markets and all the rest.
Well, we'll just keep our fingers crossed and we'll see how things play out, because I'm optimistic that at the end of the day, something good is going to come out of this particular situation. Now, let's move on to something that is trending right about now, because from Punch, it has been said that the election in Ondo State has been concluded, and Aiyedatiwa, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has emerged victorious of the Edo State 2024
Which of the party?
governorship election. Is APC, of course. He won all the 18 local government to emerge the winner. You see, one thing that I don't know how many of you follow this particular election, but something that is really trending is the use of vote buying. It seems like they've monetized or they've weaponized poverty to the extent that people no longer, they throw caution to the wind. They don't care. They just want to sell their vote, get what they can get, and that's it. Comrade, do you think we are going to see anything different anytime soon?
Nothing different. The truth is, this idea of vote buying, of course, we know that it's been part of our, politics for a while now. But I think the thing became so serious and, more obvious.
So unbridled.
During the Kogi governorship election, a certain template was used, and when they succeeded in actually, achieving their aims and objectives, they brought the same template down to Edo State. They actually achieved their aim, and now they have used same thing for the Ondo State governorship election. The truth is that two things actually played out in Edo, and that same two things is actually what has played out now in the Ondo governorship election. The first one is the issue of vote buying. Then the second one is the issue of INEC officials deliberately rigging election. It's not that
that's
it's
just you alleging now.
let me tell you, it's not
not alleging, it's not alleging.
okay, I'm not
Mr. Waf.
let me tell you something. I am from Edo State.
Okay.
And I participated actively in the last Edo governorship election. I was on ground. Do you know that in my own polling unit, the total number of votes that APC got in that particular unit is unit 15 in my community, is different from the one INEC used in collating the result. God bearing witness. In my polling unit, APC had 51, and in the certified true copy of a certified true copy of the issue in court. Are you getting it at all?
Yes.
APC, when I went through the CTC, I saw that APC had 890 votes. Is that not an aberration? In the election, APC had 51. Then in that certified true copy, INEC declared 890 for APC. Now let me tell you something.
Also different from the IREF.
Also different from the IREF. The one on the IREF and the one that was declared from the polling unit, including the result that party agents are holding, they are the same. But the one INEC used in collating the result was different. Do you know that? If you look at this Ondo State governorship election, when the fact of the matter begin to, emerge, you will see that the total number of vote cast will be way higher, sometimes 200% more than the total number of accredited voters. And we have done away with incidence form and all that long time ago. The total number of vote cast must not be more than the total number of accredited voters. How can you have total number of accredited voters in a polling unit, let's say 108 or 200, then the total number of vote cast, you see 2,000, 2,500. And the funniest thing, that 2,000 you will have, APC will have 1,800 or 1,700. Then you see them giving 60 or 70 to PDP. Then they share the other one among the other political parties. So the election in Edo State was rigged. Then this particular one of Ondo, I both on Twitter, I was on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, I was following up. The truth is that the total number of vote cast is always more than the total number of accredited voters. That's where we have the problem. That means once you have that kind of situation, that means the election was rigged. We had a situation. I am telling you what I know, not hearsay. Do you know that when they were collating results, the INEC, the INEC ad hoc staff in my own polling unit as at that day was even calling that INEC officials in the collation centers were manipulating and changing the figures. When they protested, they were chased out. Policemen chased them out of the collation center so that the INEC staff could, go ahead to manipulate the election, and the election were manipulated.
To do their job.
Yes, to do their illegal job.
I don't know
No,
that,
to do their
but to do
illegal
their job.
To do their illegal job.
But this can all lead to more litigation because the normal saying is go to court. Barrister.
Yes, that
What's
is
your take on
what
this?
the prof will tell you, the INEC chairman, that whoever is not satisfied with the conduct of the election should go to court. It's quite unfair. It's a statement that punch people below the belt. It's quite unfortunate that this state of the nation, where more millions of trillions of naira has been put into that commission to see that we move past the level, the analog stage of voting system to a more digital system, that the commission can still come out having set the rules which they will flagrantly disobey or move out from, to tell people to go to court. Not until we start making the INEC as a commission to be the ones to defend the process. They should be the ones to defend the process of the electioneering process, the conduct of election. We will not have peace, because you can't tell the two parties who have fought to go to court to slot it out with themselves, why the umpire, the commission that is supposed to be at the forefront to defend what the process they have.
They will align with the winner.
It just seems like pushing the responsibility. No,
yes. What they do is
that is what is going on.
What they do is once they get to court, INEC will always align with the winner.
INEC will always align with the winner. But
to defend what they did. To defend what they have declared.
See,
the process is
this
wrong.
This has led to a whole lot of.
Now
it is allegedly that some of the judges who handle this case have saw their hand in one or two doings or the other because of issues like this. Over the weekend,
yes, sir.
The National Judicial Council, under the chairmanship of Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekere Ekun, has recommended 2 heads of court for compulsory retirement over judicial misconduct. The council, at its 117 meeting held November 13 and 14, 2024, recommended the deal of Chief Judge of Imo State, Justice T.E. Chukwuemeka Chikaka, and the Grand Cadi of Yobe State, Babangida Madi, for compulsory retirement for falsification of age.
Kudos to him. Kudos to her. Kudos to him. We don't have a...
Oh, him, sorry. My learned colleague.
Kudos to him, because we just a little, it's just a
tip of the iceberg.
Of the iceberg. When you talk about issue of falsification of age, which is prevalent in a whole lot of ministries, agencies,
I have
and all that.
Barrister, you guide me if I'm wrong, because I know that for falsification and forgery of documents is a case of felony. Lying under oath is felony.
Yes.
And now you are forcing them to compulsory retirement without prosecution.
Lying under oath is perjury.
So, how come we don't see this applied
lying under oath is perjury
to high place officials? But if it's a common man,
anybody can perjure. Anybody can perjure.
In this situation
it's not particular to whether you are a judge, whether you are
get my point.
Whatever level.
What is the weight of the law on those persons? Because what we've seen is compulsory retirement. Is there any prosecution?
Perjury is a criminal offense.
But we are not seeing anybody.
If you have been found, it's a process.
Okay.
It's a process. If at that level where you as a judicial officer have been found wanting, or you are sacked, or you are compulsorily compelled to retire on the basis of falsification of age, there is nothing stopping the states from going after you on the issue of perjury. It doesn't stop you.
Well,
so that a step has been taken and another has not, we've not gotten to the next stage, does not mean that the needful will not be done. It's just that the appropriate agency should take this thing. But let me tell you, political matters, electioneering petitions as to political issues are just from about 1.5% of the entire cases, of the entire matters in court. So we might not be able to use that as a yardstick to assess the performance of judicial officers, because it's not every judicial officers that have the opportunity of going for election matters or doing election cases, and it's not every one of them that is corrupt. There are bad eggs everywhere, in every agency and in every ministry. It's the will for us to say we are standing as a people to say, okay, we are going to stamp out this type of occurrences and all that in our society and in our system. which I told you in our private conversation that there is what we call systemic pathology. Systemic pathology that has eaten into the roots, into the fabric of every agency, of every ministry, of every parastatal, as far as this country is concerned. And it is the political will by those who are in the political, by the political office holder to say, okay, no, we must do the right thing. And for the people who have the ultimate power to say this is what is right for our country, to stand to say we must correct the ills in the society and in the system.
Now, in the same field, the Kano State Judiciary, because you see, it's like the judiciary is trying to really stand up to the game now and purge some of these bad eggs out of the system. The Kano State Judiciary Commission has taken disciplinary
We begin to
action
appreciate
against 8 judicial staff members over misconduct. The announcement was made and signed by the spokesperson for the Kano State Judiciary, Baba Jibo Ibrahim, on Sunday. The Judicial Service Commission at its 76th meeting held on November 4th considered petition against judiciary staff and ordered 2 court registrars to go on compulsory retirement.
Hold me on my opinion. Hold me on my opinion, Mr. Waf. I'll begin to, as a person, I'll begin to appreciate the position, the state of sanitization or sanity of the system. If we start looking at the issue of conflicting judgments, conflicting judgment by courts of concurrent jurisdiction and all that, when we begin to look at them side by side, because there is no reason why the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt will begin to give a conflicting judgment with the Federal High Court in Abuja,
It's quite
or the Court
disheartening.
of Appeal begin to give a conflicting judgment with the one in Abuja. These are issues that our new CJN is supposed to look into to see that there is harmony, because the sanctity of the legal profession, the sanctity of the judiciary as the third arm of government must be protected. It must be protected because we don't have any other firm. As lawyers and as judicial officers, we don't have any other firm or any other organ of government we can call our own. So if we continue to, by virtue of the bad eggs, it's continue to be desecrated, it's continue to, a lot of persons begin to do a lot of corrupt things or corrupt practices, engage in corrupt practices. It affects a whole lot of things that we get back to the system and to the profession itself.
I would like
Okay,
to.
before you take your 2 cents, there's a particular case.
No, but I would still like to.
Yes, I will give you that. Let me just drop this in so that we'll wrap it up before we go on the musical break. There's a particular court, a high court in Lagos, Justice D. Osungo, granted a petitioner request to recuse himself from a case involving a minority shareholder. Now, something that really struck me about this particular issue is before the judge actually hand over the file, he raised the file up and say, if I have done anything wrong, may God, about this case, may God judge me and my family forever. But if it's the petitioner and his lawyers that have done this, God will judge them forever before handing over that case. I mean, what's your take on it? Because he feels that he has not compromised in any way.
Yes.
Why are they not asking him?
I've worked with the judiciary at the state level, and I know a lot of things. The public seems to have a different picture of what is happening. And when you are in the system, you can have a spectrum of what it is and what it is not. The truth is that a lot of persons just believe that when certain judgments does not go in their favor, the judge has compromised or the judicial officer has compromised, which is not the truth in most cases. You find out, I have seen a lot of the level where a lawyer in compromise with his client will want to induct a judge just because he wants to score.
Maybe he has made an offer and the judge has refused.
No, not even
because
an offer.
That was the case.
Not even an offer. That you are trying to paint the picture as a lawyer trying to paint the picture of a judicial officer in such a way that you have you whip up sentiments in the heart of in the mind of your clients to believe that you are doing the right thing. Okay, it is the judiciary or is the judicial staff that is not doing the right thing. It's totally wrong.
Let's take a musical break. When we come back,
I'm ready for you.
Abafe is going to give us his take.
I am seriously ready.
This is Men's Lounge. Let's take a musical break. We'll be right back. Barrister is ready for all of you, not me.
At the office, in the market, in the kitchen,
musical break. We'll be right back. Barrister,
and even in the toilet. Take us everywhere you go. Bright 98.7. 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 Take us everywhere you go. Bright.
And I've been chasing my dream. I no dream for anybody. Many years ago, they tell me say I no go make a move. But right now, I'm pulling in my Range Rover. They wanna come over, I give them game over. Right now, my head is shaking on my Insta. Treating boy, Jim, but don't make a move. He don't make a move. They be not believing me. Now they are calling me. And I've been chasing my dream. I no dream for anybody. Mama always told me make I focus. She say make I no give. Alarm bell like I waiting I did. Enemies they wonder waiting they suck. But I know it up now the grace of God. They love me so much he died on the cross. Me I got the house they rolling my block. No need to worry cause I trust on God. I wake up everyone my friend no light. No other night they worry man. I do also at the grind, I do also at the grind. I know give up, I do also at the grind.
Play me some tunes.
Sorry, something went wrong.
Music, please.
Exclusive hot new mix.
Here we go.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got no and no game.
Bright FM, where music never fails.
Monkey no fight, monkey get banana. Baby, it's a monkey now. Why monkey fake a brother? See, monkey no fight, monkey get banana.
It's Chris with the trouble guy.
I'm feeling you from a million miles away. I live for you on every night and day. If I say I would, then you know that you can count on me. If I say I would, then you know that you can count on me. Oh, you are more to me than these ordinary things. Unlike other things, you're a treasure to me. Wanna get away, wanna blow off some steam. Would you come along with me? 20-something years and they brought you to me. Take a look at me, what a sweet 16. Wanna get away, wanna blow off some steam. Would you come along with me?
Yeah, Braca, yeah. I'm feeling you, as for why I have no idea. The things you do, nobody else can compare. My darling, you make my fears disappear. Your love is the only thing that makes me feel this way.
Oh God, you are more to me than these ordinary things.
And like other things, you're a treasure to me.
Wanna get away, wanna blow up some steam. Would you come along with me? 20 something years and they brought you to me. Take a look at me, what a sweet 16. Wanna get away, wanna blow up some steam. Would you come along with me? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, international judge.
Real recognize real. Real recognize real. Real recognize real. Sure you recognize me. Real recognize real. Real recognize real. Real recognize real. Sure you recognize me.
At this point, if you don't recognize me, then you are not real. Yeah. International judge.
Fine girls like me. Big money find me. The thing too long. It be like Indian film. Machala recognize it. And it spread past meningitis. Big sick past appetitis. For me, Hakuna Matata for this kind things. They carry you cup and you chop pasta. Drink Hennessy.
Nigeria's brightest sound. Bright 98.7.
All right, welcome back to Men's Lounge. Men's Lounge is a program where we discuss trending issues on politics, sport, entertainment, and every other issues that affect our daily lives. And like the saying goes, men don't gossip, they discuss. And we're here to discuss. I'm not doing this alone. My name still remains Ejiro Unwata, but you can call me Mr. Waf. I'm still here with Engineer Brimo Esquire and Comrade Ima Ehagbafe. We still have Engineer Celestine in the house, and we're discussing about the judiciary and how it has been purging itself of some bad eggs. Kudos to them. We hope they keep this up. Now, this takes me to the next story about the FCT minister, Barrister Yeson Wike. He has criticized politicians who publicly insult judges by calling them thieves or labeling their judgment as fraud. According to him, the judiciary must show leadership and firmly reject such accusation, making it clear that such behavior will no longer be tolerated. Gentlemen, you see, in Nigeria, there's this thing when they favor you, you go be happy. You say, oh, they are. It's just like when politicians win election, they'll say this is democracy at work. When the judiciary give a judgment that favors them, this is democracy at work. But when you don't favor them, you begin to hear labeling, all manner of name calling and all that. What's your take on this? Before I come to Ike Brimo, I know you're ready for them, not be me. So, comrade.
Well, the truth is, I do not understand why they always use deodorants to fight corruption in the judiciary, why they use insecticide to fight corruption in other arms of government. You know, it's really baffling. The truth is, what do you expect from a judge who has actually falsified his age to stay or remain in office? Do you expect a fair judgment from such person? Anybody, that's a criminal act. If I am not mistaken, barrister, that's a criminal act.
It is.
Yeah. So you cannot be a criminal and expect to, give a fair judgment in criminal matters. When you are an accomplice, when you are a pioneer, when you are a foundation member, of such a act. The truth is, the judiciary, like as I've always said, must live up to its responsibility and must live up to expectation. Like I said, the executive may misbehave, the legislature may misbehave, but the judiciary must sit tight to be able to put all these people to check. You understand? So now the reason why I actually cannot give kudos to the judiciary is because that they've been able to identify the chief judge of Imo State and the Grand Cadi of is it Gombe or which state? Yobe State.
Yes.
It's not enough to eulogize or give kudos
we call
to
it
them.
that of Kano State as well.
You understand? So it's not enough to give kudos to them.
But don't you think it's a starting point? It's a shift from
are
what
we
used to
supposed
have.
to? Are we supposed to be starting?
We
by
have
now?
a new sheriff in
Are we
sheriff in
supposed
town.
to be starting
The
by
new
now?
sheriff in town, the new justice.
Do you
Chief
want
Justice
us
of
to?
Nigeria.
Do you want us to talk about the new sheriff in town?
She is.
Do you
Or
want
he
us to?
is, like you said,
Do you want us
she-
to? Do you want us to talk about? If we talk about her, you probably may weep.
Okay, I don't want to.
So let us not even talk
The only
about
way you are
her.
on the
Let us
tears
not
of joy.
let us not even talk about her.
Eka.
Let us not talk about her.
Eka,
Do you know
Bafre.
why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? He who lives in the glass is not expected to throw stones. You
Don't think
understand?
we'll throw.
You are not. You don't throw stones because when they return those stones, that glass house that you live in will
If you
definitely
even have your
shatter.
mother in the market,
know
you are
that-
not supposed to throw
Throw
stone.
stone because it's
You
not
have
on
to
your
let your
mother's
mother's
head.
head.
You know that bulletproof?
Yeah. So the reason I'm saying this is, we'll start to take the judiciary serious when they must stop all this black market court injunction. They must stop all this crazy expatriate motion they call it. They must stop all this cash and carry justice. The truth is, the law is not written in ambiguous language. The law is written in such a way that even the layman can lay his hands on it, read and understand. It's only some sections of the law that requires interpretation. Not every section of the law. When you see judges, when they start to give conflicting court judgment, you see crazy ex parte motion, you see black market court injunction, then the integrity of the judiciary is, you start to question the integrity of the judiciary. Then the minister of FCT said that he was warning. The truth is that I also want to use the opportunity to warn him that we are not a conquered people. Nigerians are not a conquered people. I am warning the FCT minister that he should be careful of his utterances. He is not. We are equal stakeholders in this nation called Nigeria. My father has contributed. My mother has contributed. I am also contributing. His mother has contributed. In fact, Nigeria has been more fair to him than myself. He graduated as a lawyer. He's been privileged to be a local government chairman. He's been privileged to be a chief of staff. He's been privileged to be a minister, then a governor, and now a minister for FCT. He should mind his utterances.
All right, barrister.
I will beg to, as much as I align with Eka on the message he has sent to the FCT minister, that we are all stakeholders as far as the territory of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is concerned. I will beg to differ in his submission when it comes to issues relating to or affecting the judiciary. Now, the judiciary, as powerful as it is as an arm of government, is the arm of government that cannot use force. It cannot use force. It cannot engage in grandstanding attitude or brandishes this thing, just the way you see the legislature and the executive do things. It is the weakest when it comes to operation. It is about the weakest arm of government, because even the judicial staffs might not or cannot speak for themselves in the public. You cannot see them coming to the media to air their opinion as to matters they have attended to or as to matters that relates to them. It now depends on those who really understand the operation of the system to come out and speak for them. Now, the judiciary over the years, if not till now, have experienced what we call, have been subservient to the executive. That independence of the judiciary that gives them a whole lot of opportunity and power to give dissenting judgment or to give judgments that we stand without anybody, without fear or favor, has always been hampered or trampled upon by the fact that there is no independence. There is no autonomy, not until lately, which is financial. When we begin to see a little of financial autonomy that has not even been replicated or implemented by most of the states. Now, there is still a step further in the sense that before you begin to, the appointment of judges, of judicial staff, like the judges, are under the veto power, the appointment of the governor, who now say who comes into this place, even subject to the ratification of the NJC, that these persons are fit to be here. Even if the agency decide to make such nominations or to make such a ratification, it is dependent on whether the governor of the state or the president at the level of the federal government to say, okay, we agree to this appointment or not. Now, until we have a consolidated body for the appointment, for the screening and appointment of judges, without having another arm of government which is equal to that of the judiciary, we will not have a headway. People will begin to, because he who blows the piper dictates the tune.
Yes.
So you cannot, as the governor, if Comrade Emaika is the president of this country and he appoints me as the CJN, obviously I will do his bidding. And that is the story that is there. That is the long thing that we need to bring very short.
See, some persons have been saying that the minister of the FCT is building houses for judicial officers. That shouldn't be. That the judiciary have its own budget
of
and
course.
all that, so they should
it shouldn't be.
Are you aware that even some of these states, that the statutory allocation for judicial officers, for judges, are being unnecessarily withheld by the governors before now?
I would like to.
It's happened in those states.
I would like to come in. Let me tell you something.
During their during their vacation, there is a statutory allocation. There is a statutory allocation for their vacation, for their recess during the Easter period, the Easter retreat.
Yeah.
Are you aware that the governor? I know of that of Edo State very well. The governor, at a certain instance, because of one disagreement or the other with the CJ of the state, decide to hold back that statutory thing because it's coming from the executive arm of government for its approval. So you can find in such a situation, such a watertight situation where these people are living by what can be coming from the executive.
It is because
and
it is because the judiciary does not know its function.
No, don't say that.
I disagree with you. Let me tell you. Can I tell you my reason? Let me tell you my reason. I will have to tell you my reason.
I don't think that
it's not appropriate.
Okay, they know. Okay, they know.
Yes,
they know. But I think. Okay, let me explain.
No, you have to.
Let me. Okay,
he has already admitted that they know.
You have to withdraw that statement.
I withdraw the statement.
What makes you think?
Okay, let me tell you my reasons.
Let me tell you something.
I should be allowed to.
No.
Let me tell you.
We have a safe heavens.
Barrister.
Mr. Waf. We have a safe heaven.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you, Nigeria have been so pushed their hearts have been so conscientized in such a way that they begin to push them to see that the judiciary is the problem. Have you sat down to look at the corruption in the executive?
It is
have
the
you
problem.
seen the running cost of the executive?
The judiciary
But who
is
is
the
the
problem.
hope of the hopeless? Who is the hope of the hopeless?
Now let me tell you.
If
let me
can
tell
I,
you.
Can I speak?
Let's
Can I
hear from
speak on this?
Comrade.
Can I speak on
Let's
this
hear from
very
Comrade.
issue?
Comrade.
Let me tell you something. We have the Constitution only recognizes 3 arms of government or 3 organs of government.
Yes.
The executive, the legislature, and the judiciary.
Yes.
Now, do you know the reason I said the judiciary does not know its rules?
No, don't say
Okay,
that again.
no,
I will not sit on
Okay,
this. I will
they
not
know.
sit on
Okay,
this
do you
radio
know why?
and
Do you
watch
know why?
you
Do
say
you
that.
know
You
why?
will not
Do you
say
know?
that.
Do you know why I feel the judiciary?
Comrade Emma,
Do you know why I feel the
okay,
judiciary? I withdraw this. Do
Can
you
you
know why I feel?
rephrase?
Okay, do you know why I feel the judiciary is
It's
not living
lacking
up
in-
to
okay.
expectation?
Okay.
Let me tell you the reasons why. Now, when the executive misbehaves to the legislature, when they bring budget for approval, they bring some things for approval, what do? They withhold all those things and tell them, this is what we want you to do, right? Now, there are several cases involving the federal government and either some individuals, or between federal government and the state government, or between federal government and some agencies of government and all that. They bring them to the judiciary and they give speedy, how do I even put it? They give speedy attention to all of these things. Now you have the CJN, you have the National Judicial Council, and the CJN is the head of the National Judicial Council. Now, the judiciary has been neglected, they have been maligned, they have been intimidated, they have been harassed.
Because there is no independence.
Is
There is no autonomy.
it my father that will fight for the independence of the judiciary?
Oh, yes.
Can't they fight? Now,
The
when
judiciary
Mr.
cannot
Waf,
fight for
Mr.
itself.
Mr. Waf, let me tell you something. When the executive, when they have issues with the judiciary, why don't the CJN sit down and, tell the court or tell the presidency or the executive that we are not attending to this particular issue until you do this and this. Excuse me, please, can I?
Hold on.
Now,
Okay, gentlemen,
is it the
calm down.
judiciary
Calm
that
down.
is
Can I let me explain.
Barrister.
Let me explain.
Let me just land.
Let
so
me
that you
land.
take it up
Let me
from there.
land. Now
Is
the
this right?
CJN can tell them we are not attending to this. We are not attending to this. We are not attending to that until you meet certain condition. Now, do you know why I will have to still blame?
Who appoints the CGN?
Yeah, no, listen now. Do you know why I am blaming? Do you know why I am blaming the judiciary? Listen. Now, when
No, you didn't answer
excuse
that
me.
question.
No,
Who
listen
appoints
now.
the
It is the
CJN?
president who appoints, but it is the National Judicial Council that recommends. The presidency does not really have.
Which
the presidency
confess?
does not really have a say. Do you know why?
Hold
the
on.
appointment of the CJN is order of security
Hold on.
in
No,
the
don't say
Supreme
that.
Court.
Don't say
You
that.
understand?
Hold on.
In the
That
Supreme
means-
Court.
That means you are fanning ignorance.
No, I
of the
am
operation.
not. Excuse me.
He's fanning
Excuse me. Let me land. You are not allowing me to land. Now, do you know that when the CJN decide to treat the executive in this matter, the worst that can happen, or the worst that will happen, is for the president to say, "Oh, I am suspending the CJN." Now, what I expect is that when the president suspends the CJN, of course, is that the issue could go even up to Supreme Court. Why don't is it the executive who also attend to the issue in court? Why don't the court stand and say that, Your Excellency, you have not the power and the right to suspend the CJN? When the court rules that you cannot, as the president, suspend the CJN, let us see if the president will still force the judiciary. They are the problem to themselves.
Let's hear from Barrister.
You are finding, with due respect, you are finding the ignorance on how the system works. The system don't works that way. Now there are two things. I will just quickly go touch one or two things.
Yeah, very quick.
And
We'll take a musical break.
we leave it there. Now let me tell you. I earlier told you that he who detects the piper, who plays the piper, dictates the tune. You cannot, in the rich sense of it, you cannot go. It's not like decisions in the family meeting or in Orokota Hall in Benin, where people sit down and make noise about, before you know what is happening, they are carrying chairs and hitting themselves. Judiciary cannot operate that way. Now, it is an arm of government that has a compendium of professionalism.
It's a branch of
it
the
has
executive.
A flair. Yeah, no, it has a.
It's a branch of the executive.
It has a flavor of professionalism. That is an arm of government where all these things, our professionals are not this thing. There are no. We cannot. That is the more reason you see that judge cannot speak for themselves, except people speak for themselves. Even when you are killing them, even when they are suffering, they cannot speak for themselves. That arm of government does not use force. They cannot make noise like those who are at the National Assembly, where they will throw chairs and break bottles.
And they cannot come up with recommendations.
They cannot even do this thing. Now, there are two ways we are praying that the people begin to see the need for the judiciary to be absolutely independent. Absolutely. When I mean absolutely independent. Not only financially independent or autonomous, but also independent as to the mode of their coming into existence, their judicial officers coming into existence. Because you cannot be subservient to the executive arm of government and think that you will take decisions that they will be. Let me even tell you, Mr.
Is that how it works in America?
Let me tell you, because that is America.
And we copied our democracy from America
Nigeria here. Now, let me tell you, can you count? I believe that you have lost count of how many judgments that the judiciary have given, that the executive have not been able to comply
but
with.
But this particular issue of the CJN, they have no choice.
Have willfully, I'm coming, sir.
No.
They have willfully
let me ask you,
comply
Barrister,
with such judgment.
What can be done when such judgment is not being carried out?
Now, let me tell you,
yes.
That is where we hit another dilemma. Because those who are to enforce the judgment of the judiciary are the executive arm of government. That is where the problem lies. The police that are to enforce the judgment of the court are heavily under the control of the executive.
Yes.
Now, how do you go tell policeman that is supposed to, the police arm of government, to the police agency to go and enforce a judgment given by the judiciary against his own boss? It will not work. These are the challenges that Nigerians are not seeing.
We live anyhow in this country. Now we have NJC. NJC
is not
an and the minister is building houses for judges.
Calm down.
NJC is not an enforcing agency. In the United States of America, you have constabularies, special constabularies for the judiciary. That when they give judgment, they go into force to implement it. Until we begin to create such enforcement arm of the judiciary to say, okay, we give judgment. One, the judiciary becomes independent, autonomous, have a judicial financial autonomy. Also have what we call autonomy as to the mode of entering or nomination or appointment of judges, a consolidated arm or body, and also have an arm of the judiciary that have what we call implementation, that we implement their judgment, not the judiciary.
Among the three, let's take a musical break.
Among the three arms of government,
comrade, we are going to take a musical break.
We are in such a pitiable situation.
Let me read out the phone number so that when we come back for our musical break, our listeners can equally contribute to what is going on in the studio. It's quite hot in here. I can see Comrade and the Barrister are not taking it easy. The numbers to call in is 0808 704 1217 0808 704 1217, and the WhatsApp number is 0901 615 0614.
Mr. Waf,
WhatsApp number, Barrister.
Mr. Waf,
you hold your fire. When we come back,
Mr. Waf,
you can now shoot Comrade Ahab Buffett.
I'm coming back for you.
Right
Bright 98.7, the station you can't get enough of.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds. It's the hottest mixtape in the world, and you got it.
Single life has got me feeling good. I never thought she'd say I'm into you. Kalala, I'm a cosa. Shop and tail, I'm a mosa. She said there's something in my trosa. This shit like a Dakota. Let's go. Shit it be munchai. 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 She know the dark banana. Mama say mama gosa. Nakwana. She don't come out brazier. Time they go. Want me to Milano, Emiliano, te amo, te amo. You want me to Tucano, Emiliano, te amo. Te amo. Bright 98.7, the station you can't get enough of.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds. It's the hottest mixtape in the world, and you got it.
Et prise de risque, comme numéro 10. KB, Nueve, caviar de Modric. Mais tout ça c'est fini. Les types ont grandi, les 2-5 ans Audi. Tu connais ces paris, Ngati Abedi, Ngati Abedi. On comptait les centimes, c'était pas pour les films. On a demandé R, on s'est débrouillé seul. Parce que dans le secteur ça n'allait pas. Un peu pour le daron, un peu pour la daronne. J'irai pas loin sans baraka. Moi, je connais mon kata et je connais mon karaté. Shoot, 3 points, curry, je peux pas rater. Je connais mon kata, je connais mon karaté. Shoot, 3 points, curry, je peux pas rater. Tu connais tout pas. part, le bouc à Tupac, peinture en platine, ça peut en Prada. Je suis connu tout part, le bouc à Tupac, peinture en platine, ça peut en Prada. Elle veut la fame, mais faut pas la. Sur tous les réseaux, elle fait que pénave, elle fait que pénave, elle fait que pénave. Je m'en bats les lélés, je suis déjà rodave. J'ai connu le luxe, j'ai connu G-Ave, j'ai connu interpellation au péage. T'es malayeuse, ça c'est la bédave. T'es mal le meuge, t'es mal le PH. Je suis dans le sky, je suis dans le bar et dans le business. Je mets pas, faut rencontrer à table, faut donner mon cash. Ça connaît ton adresse, ça monte à l'étage. Tu vas donner l'étal, rajouter la taxe. Euro, dollar, j'prends tout, j'm'arrache moi. Je connais mon kata et je connais mon karaté. Je connais mon kata, je connais mon kata. 3 points curry, je peux pas rater. Je connais mon kata, je connais mon karaté. 3 points curry, je peux pas rater.
Nigeria's brightest sound. Bright 98.7.
Yeah, you're welcome back to Men's Lounge. Men's Lounge is a program where we discuss trending issues on politics, sport, entertainment, and every other issues that affect our daily living. And like the saying goes, men don't gossip, they discuss.
Oh, yes.
We're here to discuss trending issues. Now, we are going to do away with politics because it is really hot in here between the comrade and the barrister. My brother, you need to see, you need to be here. Even with the air condition hot, everywhere they hot. So let me read out the numbers so that you can call in and contribute your quarter. And if peradventure you have a story you like us to delve into, dissect and advise you, you can please do that. You either drop it on our WhatsApp, which I'm going to read out the numbers, or on our Facebook platform or my personal platform. Let me give out the numbers for the WhatsApp. Is 090-161-501 506 14 090-161-50614. That is the WhatsApp number, and the call-in number is 0808-704-1217 0808-704-1217. We're equally streaming live on Facebook, and the handle is Bright FM Abuja. That is our Facebook handle, and my personal handle is Ejiro John Unwata. Just drop whatever message you have there. If it's airworthy, we are going to treat those issues. Do we have a call coming through? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Bright FM.
Yeah, you're welcome to Men's Lounge.
Thank you. My name is Ramadesaya. We'll say from 5 Abuja.
You're welcome, sir.
I want to, yes, thank you, sir. I want to greet, especially greet the comrade in the house. Sir, thank you for calling a spade a spade. That is how it ought to be. And that is what is expected of us as a Nigerian. Until when all of us will start doing it the way you are saying it there. Even to Barrister face, you are telling him, this is wrong. We know it is profession. But sir, don't even go back to the United States of America. Come back to Africa. Here in Kenya, follow on with what the judiciary are doing to them. We follow us from here. We know that they are with the people. They are saying the truth. But that is not what is happening here. And until when you, sir, your people, you and your people, you started to doing this, the right. Oh my God, sir, we are begging all of you. We are begging you, please, let's do the right thing. We don't want to go south. South means to go north. And I pray it doesn't come to that level. When Africa Nigeria will now come and, you know what I mean. I don't want to say that on here, but I will not be prophet of doom. It's wrong to say. And I want to thank Comrade again for telling Barrister Yeson Wiki, warning him again, because for him to warn us as a minister is a mere, public officer. When nobody, it was former governor, that's what his people, the River State people gave him a mandate. But this one is an appointment. He doesn't have that right to tell us as a citizen that you don't do this, you don't do that. No. And thank you for warning me. I appreciate you for that. And my fellow Nigeria, please, I want to beg you, because while I was listening to you, even though I was somewhere chilling, but I still make sure I listen to what you were saying. And I observe other people, they're just, either sports or other matters. How I wish average Nigerians are listening to you so that we'll know what to do. Because we need to know our rights. That's when we'll now know how to fight for it. I want to thank you, especially the comrade in the house. God bless you, sir, and God bless Bright FM. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nigerians are listening, even those that matters. I can bet you they are listening. Somebody in the minister's office is listening if the minister is not listening. So, comrade, it's a thumbs up for you from this caller. We hope to get more calls, and your contribution are quite valid on this show. Yes, I say we're done with politics right now, but you can still call in and make your contribution on whatever issue you want to talk about. Now, let's look at the issue of the Lukarawas, the new terror group. By the way, they are not new, but they are just new to us. Now, it has been said that over the week, they've lowered their price they use in luring people into the group. Formerly, it was 1 million naira and a cow. Now, they've lowered it. Even hardship touched them too. They've lowered it to 500,000 and a cow. And one battling thing that really baffles me is that the indigenes or the persons in that area where they operate don't even see them as terror group. They see them as a savior, because I read somewhere that it was the cattle rearers that invited these people to come in and protect them for the
cattle rustlers.
Protect them from cattle rustlers. So, what's your take on this? It's like solving one problem, creating another one. How do we go from here?
Well, like I said the other day, that the security agencies, they must be up and doing. The truth is, if the society was an ideal one, would the the headers, would they be calling on, private individuals to come and protect them from cattle rustlers? No. It is because the society is not an ideal one. It is also because the security agencies are also not doing their job. Then these persons we are talking about are also not faceless. We know them. The society know them. The environment they live in know them. Take, for instance, in my community now, do you know that if a crime is committed in my community, there are 5 persons or 6 persons I will first of all suspect. I will once a crime is committed, I will if it is not this person, it must be this person. If it is not this person, it must be this person. You understand? Do you know what it means? I may be wrong at the end of the day, but what it means is that we know those who are capable of committing crime or breaking the laws in our locality. So we have the army, we have the DSS. Do you know that in the army, we have what is called the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency. We have the DSS. Even police, we have the intelligence unit of the Nigerian police force. We have all of these things. So what are they doing? Are they waiting till this particular, now it's operating in the northeast, right? This terrorist group. Are they waiting till it gets to maybe northwest, north central, then maybe probably extend to the south before they start taking action? Like I said earlier, or the other time when we first discussed about this issue. You
said it was politically
motivated. Yes, it was politically motivated. The truth is, we must love ourselves as a people, and we must love our country. Else, we will run into problem, and we pray that this problem don't consume us, because how do you have all this group and you are telling us that? I am yet to see the presidency make a statement about this. Bayo Nanuga, who is the spokesperson to the president, is always making very careless and irrelevant statements about, things that don't matter. Now, this particular, I follow him on Twitter, and I always comment on his post. Do you know that he has not said anything about this particular issue? But when you talk about the president, when you talk about the president not doing a particular thing.
Could it be that he doesn't have permission to speak?
It's not as if he does it. It is because it is because
when he begin to attack you.
It is because it is not an area of priority. How can you be in 2023 and you are warming up for 2027 election? Is that how it is done?
He's a politician.
So
that's what
comment on issues like.
No,
do
he's
you
a
know
public office holder. He's not a politician.
So comment on issues
not a
like this. We want him to make statement. Okay, this is what we are doing. This is what we are doing. If I talk about the president today, the next thing Bayo Onanuga
we
attack. Now
you've talked about the president. I don't think Bayo has attacked you.
Probably he has not seen me, or he doesn't see me as a threat. But he has forgotten that I can tell my mother, my brothers, my friends,
and your entire community
not to vote for the president.
Okay, barrister.
Yes.
On the same breath, we read somewhere some years ago that Shekau, the leader of Boko Haram, was
the late leader.
The late leader.
So
the late leader. So we are told, he took his life when he was attacked by a fellow terrorist. That's the ISWAP.
Yes, ISWAP.
ISWAP, the West African arm of ISWAP. And now, this particular Lukarawas, their leader, Habib Tajir, has declared direct warning to notorious bandit leader Bello Turuji, demanding that he abandon his criminal activities. Now he is coming out to tell Turuji, stop what you're doing or we are coming for you. Now, are they not trying to play the role that the military or the Nigerian police is supposed to play? Because if these guys are able to take out Turuji, how do you think the people of that area will see them?
Now, let me tell you, Mr. Waf, there is no need for us to glory over the fact that first, the new militant group in the Sokoto, or whether the bandits or whatever you call them, whatever name they decide to, or nomenclature they decide to bear, there's nothing to glory over them that they are using 1 million naira or 500,000 naira to recruit people. The states of the nation, or the situation we find ourselves in Nigeria, is where a situation where the government or the leaders, the political leaders, have decided to weaponize poverty. And once such has been done, or it has been successful, anybody can clutch onto that opportunity to take advantage, just the way the terrorist groups are taking advantage of the situation. Now, coming about Tunji, the group, wanting Tunji not to do this thing, to take one step or the other. You can never use evil to cure evil.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. When you use evil to cure evil, you create another higher evil or another dangerous evil that will consume the people. That is exactly what
will tell you everywhere in a way.
No, that is exactly what is about to take place now. That a terrorist group is telling another leader of terrorist group is telling another leader of terrorist group to take heed and desist from its nefarious activities and inhuman treatment within the sub-Saharan region of West Africa.
Barrister,
but
what I don't understand,
yes,
what you read, that the leader of this group was actually warning the other leaders.
Yes.
Now, what we don't understand this is this a terrorist group or a civilian JTF?
It's not a civilian JTF.
Not.
So it's a terrorist group.
They are both terrorists. One is a military. That's terrorist. Yes.
Okay.
Turuji has been terrorizing the people of that particular community. They've been involved in.
He has no moral justification to.
There is no moral justification to
another. It's like a sinner warning another person to stop sinning. It's not.
Well,
see, the truth is, let me tell you something.
The Bible is very clear about this.
I will always say it. You know, one thing about persons who say the truth, especially someone like me, I am never scared of, being detained or being in prison. We always say the truth, no matter how hot, or how bad you feel about it. Now, do you know that this is a mockery of the government in power? How can terrorists be exchanging
let's look at it this way now.
Now let me tell you, Mr. Waf,
Celestine, please.
Mr. Waf, it is a mockery of the sovereignty of this nation.
Let me hear from Engineer Celestine.
I was coming to that how could a terrorist group, number one, their leader have a face, he has a name, we know him,
and even an address,
and now he's addressing a leader of another terrorist group in a sovereign state. It is a mockery to our nation,
guys,
to our military, to what we stand for.
On a lighter note, let's look at it this way. Could it be that They want the both side. Okay, when I fight on ourselves.
No. Now,
just like
Nigeria is not yet an acephalous nation. People begin to wield certain powers, military powers, where a country, where we have a government that is sovereign.
It is only a government that has failed.
It is only a government that has failed and a state that has failed
that come up with this kind of
strategy. It is a kwashoko kind of strategy.
Okay. Choice
that
of
we
word.
must not embrace.
Choice of word, please. You see, now what I'm bothered about is the ransom money they get from their operations. You know, I would have thought that the authorities would have been able to track some of these monies because, you see, when they get this money, they use it to empower themselves. How about if you refuse paying ransom? What will happen? Because there's a story of the superintendent of the Omega Power Ministry Church, Pastor Chinyere, has refused to pay ransom demanded. Okay, we have a call coming through. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, this is Men's Lounge. You're welcome. Where are you calling from?
This is Comrade Mark calling from Adamawa State.
The voice is
okay. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you speak up a little bit, please? Oh,
we lost him.
We lost that call. Now, I was reading a particular incident that happened with the superintendent of Omega Power Ministry Church, Pastor Chinyere. He has refused to pay the ransom demanded by northern kidnappers after adopting the church school principal. Now, this particular church is responsible for a free school in Plateau State, and the principal of that school has been kidnapped. The pastor of the church, that's the Omega Power Ministry, he has said he's not going to pay a dime to this particular group, that he is giving them a specific date to release this man or face the wrath of the Lord. Now, do you think that's the right step to take? Because a lot of persons will tell you that the money they get empower them the more.
Well, the truth is, it is because of no, like I said, like we said the other time, no nation or nobody negotiate with terrorists. Do you know why the activities of these kidnappers, the reason why it has become so bad today was because when they started initially, whenever they kidnap, people rush to pay ransom.
Yeah, when they were seeing the cells.
Yes, so that was like they saw it as a lucrative business. You understand? They saw it as a lucrative business. So that's the reason why, you know, the people pay ransom. Okay, they want to kidnap more. They want to do this. How can somebody even establish a southerner, establish a school in the north just to educate the people free of charge? And now you are kidnapping the principal of such school, and you want this person who has given you free education. Mind you, the teachers who teach in that place don't teach for free.
He paid them salary.
Yes,
the structures, the infrastructure, the maintenance, everything, the feeding, everything. He paid.
Omega Fire,
Omega Power, OPM, Omega Power. Yes, Pastor Chinyere, the man in Port Harcourt.
Okay,
do you understand? So now, I actually cannot blame the man for saying he does not want to pay ransom. Normally, I think at a time, Nigerian government criminalized paying of ransom to kidnappers and bandits.
Yes.
But the truth is that we have found ourselves in a country where the government will say this and they will do that. Because even government officials pay ransom
to release
yes, of course. Exactly. They are family members, they are friends and well-wishers from the den of kidnappers. So this particular
even
issue,
where there is a policy statement that
people should not pay ransom.
Will you leave your,
or negotiate
leave your loved ones to die in
you
the
cannot
den of
leave them.
kidnappers?
So this particular situation is a precarious one.
Yes,
it's a precarious one because one, the man at the aim of affair doesn't want to pay ransom.
Yes.
Then the family of the man who is kidnapped will be feeling bad and be feeling aggrieved that we have our father in the den of kidnappers. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody is doing anything. The only thing we can do is to pray for God to intervene, because the man has made it clear he does not want to negotiate and he does not want to pay.
You know my take on this. When this new sect emerged,
yes,
I began to see terrorism from the angle of business. I believe people were, because if there were not sponsors behind them, I'm not sure this new group have kidnapped or have taken ransoms to the point of promising 1 million naira for new intakes. That means there is somebody behind somewhere who is pushing in money. My brother, you need to see the kind of sophisticated weapon they use. Where do they get it from?
How do they bring all these weapons
into the country? Somebody was saying some of them are from the Niger Republic. Don't we have security at our borders?
Or is the border open to everybody? Now, we will still continue to blame, in this particular issue, we will blame the police. Do you know why? Let me make it clear that if you are traveling from Abuja to Edo State, especially that Kogi axis between Okene and Okwela, every 1 minute you see a police checkpoint.
Yes.
Do you know what they do? The only thing they are interested in is searching a phone for Yahoo boys.
Yes. I've traveled that axis.
Okay. I even passed through that road 2 weeks ago.
They inordinately delayed.
Yes. Now, police, they have lost focus completely in this country. They are only interested in Yahoo boys. They will search your phone, search your messages, your WhatsApp and everything. Even when they don't find anything, they will create something that will indict you so that they can extort money from you. You see them telling you to transfer 100,000, transfer 50,000. Now, this sect, they bring in all these weapons from neighboring countries. Yes. Nobody check them. Nothing. Now, do you know that even in Nigeria, we have factories that produces and manufacture all these weapons for all these terrorists? I think a gun factory was actually attacked the other day by soldiers in Jos.
I move on the road very well, and you notice that there is nothing you want to move on our Nigerian roads that you can't move. There is nothing. There is no amount of weapon you want to move on the vehicle. The only thing is just have your change to settle police.
Our policing system in this is poor.
Let's not take away the fact that not all police are corrupt, because we've heard about issues when they reject bribe and they still arrest the person.
But do you know that out of 100, if you write an exam,
100 cases,
if you write an exam and you score 45 over 100,
you are failed.
You will write the course. So if out of 100, 80% of them or 90% of them are bad, what it means that the entire police system is bad.
Now let me quickly tell my brother Mr. Celestine that if you are just discovering the fact that terrorism is a business, I think you are coming in late, because it is a business. It is a big global business for those who are into it, because there are 2 things or 3 that happens in the business of terrorism. One, it is a medium where the nations that depends on armories, that depends on arms and ammunition, produce arms and ammunition, is an opportunity for them to boost their economy.
Yes.
That is one. It is also the period or a process, a business that determines who controls what within a particular area. Okay. So it's a business. All true. So it is the tendency, the power, the will, the political will of a sovereign nation, the government of a sovereign nation, to decide to say we will not allow this to fetter.
And in our own case, is not interested.
Our own case, it seems like some of with what we heard, like what happened last week, the former governor of was it Adamawa State?
Yes.
The present minister of defense for state.
Yeah.
No, Zamfara. Thank you. So what happened? We see that if some of them, take it or leave it, their sponsors are within our government. Did you know that as at last month or 2 months ago, the minister for state for defense, the former governor of Zamfara, Mr. Bello Matawale, was accused of sponsoring terrorism?
That's the same person I'm talking about.
As I speak to you now to tell you how funny our nation is. He is still the minister for
FCT. All right, gentlemen,
for defense.
We are going to take a musical break. When we come back, we are going to attend to some of the messages that has been sent on our WhatsApp platform. And when we come back, there's a whole lot to discuss about paternity issue. What should be done?
Okay.
And there's one more thing too. I would like to get your opinion on who is to propose in a relationship. Let's take this break. We'll be right back on Men's Lounge.
I'm talking things, I'm talking bigger things, I'm talking things, I'm talking bills, I'm talking dollar bills, I'm talking this. Ra-ba-ba, 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 ra-ba-ba. Money go ra-ba-ba, ra-ba-ba. I'm feeling good, 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 I'm feeling good. Money did, money did, money did, money did change. 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 Brand new car, brand new house. Now waiting, I don't they pray for. Now it has come to.
Bright 98.7 FM, blazing voice of talk, information and entertainment.
Yeah, you're welcome back to Men's Lounge. Men's Lounge is a program where we discuss trending issues on politics, sport, entertainment, and issues that affect our daily living. And like the saying goes, men don't gossip, they discuss. My name is Ejiro Unwata, but you can call me Mr. Waf. Let me read out the numbers because someone has just asked for the number. Let me read out the number so she can call in. The number is 0808 704 1217. 0808 704 1217. Now let me take this message from Chief Onovo from Kubwa. He says, the crew, I greet you all this evening for the analysis, not gossiping but discussing intelligently. My people, I sincerely concur with Comrade in the House standing his ground by letting Nigerians know that the two arms of government, judiciary and legislature, are just a branch of executive arm of government. This is why whatever the executive bring out must be accepted and endorsed by the two arms of government. That should be independent of their own to take a decision that should work as an independent entity, working for their affairs without interference from any other arm. It is a pity that Nigerians as a nation, emulating America as a democratic nation, don't want to follow the footsteps of American in implementing all. Rather, they choose one that favors them for their selfish interests alone. This is from Chief Onovo from Kubwa. Chief, we thank you very much. Do we still have another message? Let's see. Yes, there's another. And this is, there's no name to this. So please, you may have to put your name. I can't read this until there's a name attached to it. So the numbers again, you can still call in to make your own. So while we wait for this person to attach a name to this, Let's go to the next story. Now, this is a very touching one about a man whose wife put to bed. Okay, there's a call. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Men's Lounge.
Yeah, good afternoon. Please, there's something I don't understand about you presenters. Some of your colleagues here are trying to tell the nation who is sponsoring Boko Haram, the person that they are accused of sponsoring Boko Haram, but you don't show them up by going for a break. This is not right. Allow them to talk first. Because I'm so somehow disappointed. Allow them to talk when they are trying to mention the person that is sponsoring those kidnappers, Boko Haram.
Okay, did they say they know the person who is sponsoring them? Gentlemen, is that what you guys said? Because he's saying I should allow you to talk.
Yes, that he should allow us to flow because there is a level of restriction. He's correct.
Yeah, he's correct because the names were mentioned last week.
Of course.
Yes. Names were mentioned. Some people came from Zamfara State in their entourage.
Okay, is that also
to talk about this Matawale, to accuse him
the
of
former governor,
and the president
minister for state for defense.
He is the present minister for state for defense.
Even the presidency was asked to sack him so that
Yes,
but he has refused.
Let me take
deliberately.
Let me take. Is there a name to it now? Yeah. Let me take this message from Darlington. He said, "Good afternoon, presenter. With all the respect, please let the lawyer in the station to understand that his theory about judiciary and executive does not hold water. The reason being that the three arms of government are made to be independent, and if anything is stopping them, what have they done to stop it, or why are they called the learned people? Please let them stop accepting this failure for the future of the country." Thank you, Darlington. We have a call. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Men's Lounge.
Welcome, sir. It's Comrade Mark again from Yola.
Okay, comrade, you're welcome.
Yeah, I greet you all of now with the...
What's happening from you?
Okay,
let's just proceed. This is a story about a particular young man whose wife put to bed, and the truth is he went to do a paternity test without the knowledge of the wife, and he discovered that the child is not his. This is quite shocking. And the man just left Enugu. This happened in Enugu. He left Enugu, came to Abuja to cool his head. He wants your advice on this particular story. Now, for me, I would have said, did you do the paternity test to check if the child belongs to the woman? Because there are issues where you could they could swap baby and all that. Just doing just yours, I don't think is enough reason to just abscond. Gentlemen, what's your take on this, please?
Okay. Let the barrister.
Well, there could be a lot of reasons why the idea of having paternity tests.
Okay, there's a call. Men's Lounge, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Abdul and I'm calling from Cuba.
You're welcome.
You know, the last caller talked about you not allowing your colleagues to speak further on the allegation that Natali has been the one sponsoring banditry in Zamfara State. Even if you allow them to speak about it, we, Mr. President, the man in charge of the country, will you do anything about it? Let's not forget that just some weeks ago, some youths also came from the north. Well, I work very close to the National Assembly. They came to the National Assembly saying maybe Kyari should leave NNPC. That has been the one deciding this country. If Mr. President do anything about it, there are some things that you just have to allow go, just like that under this administration. You know, if you let it crash the next year, that will not move in. So that this administration now will tell people that are close to this that just preach your voice and solve this situation. But for things that positive things start happening under this administration, when you look at it, it was in the news about 2 days ago that in the last 12 months, this administration has grown about 15 trillion. Now they are proposing another payment of about $2.2 billion. They've removed subsidy, making life difficult for Nigerians. Yet, they are this selective payment of minimum wage. They promised coppers 77,000, yet they are not paying. So if you are expecting anything tangible or reasonable from this administration,
I just think you should refer back to the word of Obasanjo that said under Buhari that if you are expecting any magic from him, it's like flogging a dead horse. The same thing applies to this man here. You are just wasting your time. You are saying you do this because their age is very fair to them to come and make money and do the country whichever way they like and go. Because if you look at it now, in the last 1.5 years or thereabout that this man came on board, look at how much he has borrowed. Exceeded what Buhari borrowed in 8 years. How do you explain all this? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me take this message before we proceed. She says, my name is Patience Awashima. Judiciary are the cause of our problem in this country. Barrister, I don't today. All right. So back to the paternity issue. According to Don Jazzy, he wrote something on his Facebook page. He said that paternity tests should be the priority over naming ceremony, that you ought to conduct paternity tests rather than naming ceremony.
I think the Don Jazzy is right. This is a voice of reason. Do you know, me, I would have actually proposed that they should make it compulsory.
Okay. There's another call coming through. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to
Yes, I'm calling back.
Hello?
Okay. Yes, this is Abdul calling back from Cuba.
Okay,
you know, this statement coming from Don Jazzy that I should place more priority on DNA than naming ceremony. Is it in this country when a lot of men are hungry? How much is DNA? Is it even fair that they are doing DNA? If, for instance, you have children and you've been nursing them and the children have, in a way, developed a kind of natural love and likeness for you. My brother, just continue instead of going to waste the money. What if a drug dealer, somebody who is not earning 70,000 minimum wage, now pack all this entire thing to go and do DNA? How much does it cost to do that DNA for one child? Let's say a man now has 4 children with a wife. How will he get money to do that? Please, just focus on some other things. DNA, for those that can afford it, fine, go and do it. And if at the end of the day you discover that the child or the children are not yours, some people, they are so moved to the extent that you see somebody commit suicide. And say, after waiting so much time. So at least there are some things you just have to allow go and focus on some other important things. But for the one that has done it good for him, he should take his decision and do whatever he likes with his life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me take the number slowly so that we can have more person calling. The WhatsApp number is 090-161-50614. And the calling number is 0808-704-1217. That is the calling number. You can call. Okay, let me take it one more time. 0808-704-1217. There's a call coming through. Hello, Men's Lounge. Good afternoon.
Yeah, well done, sir. I'm back again. Sorry, the network is actually bad from my side.
Okay. Go ahead.
Actually, sir, a lot of things in this country are not right if we are to justify it.
Yes.
And actually, if we really aim at developing or making a step in this country, then definitely the judicial system needs to be checked very well. And if the judicial system cannot be allowed or cannot be independent, so they claim that the judicial system is independent, but in one or that is not independent, that is fact.
Yes.
If they can allow the judicial system to operate based on its standard, then definitely this country can at least move further. Look at all.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your persistence. So, gentlemen, let's feast on the story. What's your take on paternity test? For me, I feel if you're doing that, test the mother as well. Because, you see, if you want to do a DNA test as a father, equally do for the mother too, so that it doesn't look like somebody goes to swap the baby and you have
the issue
problems.
of baby swap it's not a common thing. Let us not use that one to hold brief for women.
No.
It's not. It's
I
not.
disagree.
To be balanced. It happens. It happens, but it's not a common thing. The truth is, what me I would have actually proposed is for the government to make it a compulsory thing that the moment a baby is born, before they are discharged from the hospital, if the government was
sponsor
responsible,
that one?
the government
should sponsor it.
government can subsidize.
Okay.
Yes. Government can so that we won't have all this issue of people committing suicide, people dying, people training other people's children. If you want to train another man's child, let it be deliberate.
Let's take
Be
this
deliberate.
call. Men's Lounge, good afternoon. Can you turn down the volume of your radio set, please?
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Utume Patience Awashuma. I'm calling from Kubwa.
Okay.
Yes, sir. The judiciaries are the problem we are facing in this. They are the cause of the problem we are facing in this country right now. You know why I say so?
Why?
When I was small, when you hear that someone is in a court, or I will take you to court, you will be shocked. You will be like, they fear, like, thank you.
Yes.
But now there's nothing like that. When you hear a thief telling you, let's go to court, or take you to court, what does that mean?
When you hear INEC chairman say, let's go to court.
INEC, or you see when, like, for instance, I come to your house, maybe I rob you, fight you, take your phone. You know very well that your phone is with me, and I know that your phone is with me, and I'm telling you, take it to court, so let's go to court. What is the meaning? What does that mean? It means it's either my godfather is there, or I have someone here that can stand for me.
Or you can give them money.
Or I can do them. That is the godfather, and I can give them money. And since, let me say, I never hear when someone say, then take me to court, I take a issue to court without money and I win the case. Once you have money, in fact, you are a winner. Except you don't have money.
Okay.
Once you have money, you are a winner. If you don't have money, you are the loser.
Mr. Waf,
Please,
Yes.
in one minute, Mr. Waf,
Yes.
please, do you know why people are saying the judiciary, they are the problem? Some time ago, 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, in Kenya, a presidential election was conducted. In Kenya, before they swear in the president, the issue must go to the Supreme Court before they swear in the president. And when the issue got to the Supreme Court justices and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, they sat over that case for a period of 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And at the end of the day, they actually detected and found out that the election was rigged. Do you know what they did? Mr. Waf, the election was nullified. The president was shocked. That's President, not this current president, the past president of Kenya. Uhuru Kenyatta. The election, he was flexing muscles, raking. They told him, now we have ordered the Electoral Commission to conduct another election. And if you don't participate, that means you are out of the race. And do you know what happened? They gave that ruling. They conducted another election before the man genuinely won. You cannot have such things in Nigeria. You are saying that the executive has overbearing. Wait, excuse me. Yes. You are saying the executive have overbearing influence on the judiciary and that. What about those one who sit on election petition at the state level? Is it the executive that also control them?
So you don't know?
Thank you very much.
You don't know?
Let's not digress. Let's not digress from the story. No.
There is something I must. There's something I must bring to Comrade Mass notice.
Please.
Now let me tell you. If you look at, you must go and check the procedure, the judicial system of Kenya, and you appreciate the fact that it is quite different from what you have in Nigeria.
All right, gentlemen.
Not that they are, because they are more advanced, but there is a system that is working. Especially when it comes to agencies.
Let's face the issue of paternity, please.
Okay.
I want to get your take on this.
Like the issue of paternity,
Yes.
as I was saying, the government, I think the National Assembly, in order to, because every life matters. I'm tired of men committing suicide because of this paternity fraud and all that. We are tired of losing our fellow men. So what I think is the National Assembly should come up with a law. You know the reason why we must not handle this issue with kid gloves? Because it could be us tomorrow. Now let the National Assembly come up with a law that the moment a child is born, before discharging them from the hospital, let a DNA, either on the second day or on the third day, let a DNA test be conducted, so that as you are leaving the hospital, you hold the result of your DNA that this child is mine. Do you know why? Once you do that, you see that this issue of paternity fraud will be reduced to a reasonable level. Now,
okay, let's take this call. Men's Lounge, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
All right, it's my pleasure. My name is Ed. I'm calling from Asokoro.
Okay.
You're welcome.
All right, I just want to say that, you see, the root cause of paternity test should be looked into. The root cause is from the woman. When you marry a woman that is not that she's not straightforward, definitely you should like this. So let's look at the root cause. The women who are full of infidelity, and that is a problem. Yes. And it's been said that every first child, most of the first child, about 80% of the first child of every person, every man, most of the time is not the father, the husband that is the owner of that child. Most of the time, most of those children are from their
brought
from
into
the women.
the
So
marriage.
most of the time, all the first child, they are not the father, the husband of the house is not the owner. So this issue of paternity is becoming so rampant. So they should look into the women, the infidelity, and all this promiscuous from the women. So if anybody wants to marry now, make sure you marry a very good woman, because most of the women these days, they are promiscuous in nature.
All right,
thank you.
Thank you very much. Chief Onovo just dropped a message. I'm not going to go through it all because our time is fast spent. He said, in addition, please, I beg our judiciary to sit up and do the needful now to avoid being rubber stamped. Yes, gentlemen, let me get your 2 cents on this before we move to the next story.
On the issue of paternity?
Yes.
On the issue of paternity, I think I agree perfectly with the last caller that we have to start looking at the way, because for me, I think it's a kind of comeback effect. It's a kind of comeback effect that we have a lot of men who have engaged in a lot of extramarital relationship, and the women have begun to get wiser by this concept of gender equality and Western civilization, where they begin to look at, women have a right and all that. It is not the men. The African setting makes the men look as if they are all, and they have the opportunity to frolic with other women. Why they have a wife at home, nobody is taking care of them, and for them to have a bite or have have a pound of the flesh, they go back to their past relationship and all that. We are not trying to encourage infidelity here, but infidelity is one of the challenges we are having here, where women no longer want to stay at home, either because they are being ill-treated by their husband, or because their husbands are going after other women. Now, on the issue of paternity test, just the way Comrade Eka posited, that it should be a thing of the government to make provision for such a test, I think it will have a Cobra effect. It will have a Cobra effect in the sense that the rate of divorces will increase, the rate of broken homes will also increase. Of course, whether a child is yours or not, if you can go and adopt a child.
No. Listen.
Yes.
I think people will sit up.
Because
sit up. If you know that there will always be a test.
Yes, you know, if you go
at the point of delivery, you will sit up.
Then my advice to the women is that instead of you to stay in your husband's house and commit this type of commit infidelity or this type of matrimonial atrocities, why don't you just leave the marriage if it's no longer working for you, or you are still in love with your exes? You should go for them and leave the marriage. File a divorce.
In just 1 minute, Engineer.
Yes, the other, especially on this, I said it on a different program, but on this station, that's why it seems like men are being selfish when it comes to this issue of infidelity. Is the effect of the result on the family is more dangerous when the woman is involved.
Of course.
Yes.
If it is a man that gets another woman pregnant, the family may live peacefully without knowing.
Yes.
But the moment a wife gets pregnant from another man,
And
he
you are
brings
raising-
it into the family.
you are raising children that are not
children that is not
biologically
yours.
yours.
So it becomes more disastrous.
If you cannot stay in a marriage,
Leave
go
marriage.
and file a divorce and leave that
the
marriage.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Instead of going to carry other babies from other men and give it to your husband.
Let me ask this question. I just need you guys in one breath to just give me your answer straight up because there's no time. We're about to round up this program.
Mr. Waf, you're dealing with us very seriously.
No, it is time. We are conscious of the time. Now, gentlemen, who is to propose in a relationship? Because there's a story that was trending about a lady who she proposed to her fiancé only for the guy to turn her down.
Well, from history, it is the duty of the man to propose. I think the reason the guy turned her down, that was desperation. That was what jet age? That was desperation taking.
Ima, I will not agree. I will not allow you to fire from that angle. I will not allow you to fire from that angle.
That was desperation.
No, it's not desperation. It's because
wait, one at a time, please.
Yes.
Let me hear from you.
Now, let me tell you. There is no conventional rules as to who proposed to who first. It is how the game goes. A woman can propose to a man can propose to a woman. If it is born out of sincerity, of purpose. The idea of, in fact, did your father propose to your mother in those days? You are not aware. We have had stories where it happens that it is your grandfather that will go on behalf of your father to the family of your mother to discuss who do this. So the idea of saying that there is a clear-cut rules as to who proposed to the other first does not arise at all. Okay. If you love a man, you want to propose to him.
But he has turned her down.
Engineer,
it's very uncivil for him to have done that. If I was not to be married, I would have accepted the woman.
Taking from an African perspective, and the world generally, even the Bible said that he who finds a wife
and obtains favor from God.
So it is a man that finds a wife, not the woman finding a husband. Okay. If you notice, it is the wife, it is a man that looks for a wife, marry her, and bring her to his home.
Yes.
So I believe it is the man that
I said that was desperation taking too far.
Thank you, gentlemen. And this is where we draw the curtain for today's program. Well, before we go, let me say a happy big birthday to my little friends, Asha and Andre and Asha Emmanuel Oguche. Happy birthday to you guys and to Mr. Emmanuel Oguche.
My namesake.
Now, man, you be. They celebrate two birthdays in one day. Thank you very much, my boss. Okay, gentlemen, this is where we wrap it up for today. Let me allow you to do the honors.
No.
The lady in the house. No, you should.
Mr. Wolf, go ahead.
Go on.
Go ahead. I'll give you the privilege to do that.
All right. We have a beautiful lady in the house. She has refused to say anything, but she has been observing, and she is Mrs. Brimo.
Yes.
I hear that the judiciary is the problem.
Hey, don't cause problem.
Emma, you are a problem in this house.
Thank you very much. This is Men's Lounge. Men's Lounge is a program. We air this program every Sunday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Do well to join us next week. My name still remains Ejiro Unwata, but you can call me
Mr. Waf.
Mr. Waf.
Good evening.
In the car, at the office, in the market, in the kitchen, and even in the toilet. Take us everywhere you go. Bright 98.7.
One day, hippa, fight for you, my love. Confession, I get the confession. I don't do what I know supposed to do. I fall in love again. Oh baby, hello my baby. I'm a game kill you fat. Don't you want it more fat, baby? I swear I love. If you know me for your love, oh I for don't come out. My girl. If you know me for your love, oh I for the airport. If you know me for your love, oh I wanna be. If you know me for your love, oh. No mind them so cool so. No leave me alone, no disconnect my charge, oh I beg you, oh. Loving you not crime. Much real loving girl. Pass me your love, no letting go. A very fine girl from Jalingo. Hey, so teach me my professor. If you say make I do, I go do anything. I dey feel fight for love, my confession. I swear na love. If you know be for your love, oh, I for don't come out. If you know be for your love, oh, I for the airport. If you know be for your love, oh, I wanna be. If you know be for your love, na love, oh, no, oh, na love, oh. I fall for you, I fall like one of Jericho. I swear I love you. If you know me for your love, oh, I for don't come out. My girl. If you know me for your love, oh, I for the airport. If you know me for your love, oh, I wanna be. If you know me for your love, oh, I swear I love. If you know me for your love, oh, I for don't come out. If you know me for your love, oh, I for the airport. If you know me for your love, oh, I wanna be. If it no be for the love, why I do like this? If it no be for your love, how I want happy.
Nigeria's brightest sound. Bright 98.7.
In the car, at the office, in the market, in the kitchen, and even in the toilet. Take us everywhere you go. Bright 98.7.
Bright 98.7, illuminating the city.
Nigeria's brightest sound. Bright 98.7.
politician, whether man editor, even if na soldier, whether na papa, whether na mother, no matter your size, oh, whether you fat, oh, whether you slim, oh, if you be Nigerian, make you gyrate, oh, everybody gyrate, Igbo man gyrate, Yoruba man gyrate, Hausa man gyrate, Onye Efik gyrate, Onye Isoko gyrate, hey, Americana gyrate. Hold your style, sacred gentleman, noble gentleman, fuckle gentleman, traditional, noble gentleman, sacred gentleman, noble gentleman, tradition. In all this radical style, man. What, mama? We are set. When trouble come your way, everybody run away. When money come your way, everybody busybody. When yawa dey for you, everybody Ben Johnson. Them go deny you, them don't know you again. Them go deny you, them don't know you again. Oh, them go deny you, them don't know you again. Them go deny you, them don't know you again. Oh, them go deny you, them don't know you again. When trouble come your way, everybody run away. When money come your way, everybody busybody. When yawa dey for you, everybody Ben Johnson. Them go deny, them don't know you again. Them go deny you, them don't know you again. Oh, them go deny you, them don't know you again. Them go deny you, them don't know you again. Oh, them go deny you, them don't know you again. Them go deny you, them don't know you again. Oh, them go deny you, them don't know you Ọkọcha n'Igbo mo, Ọkọcha n'Igbo mo, love you pass my mother, love you pass my baby, oh, Ọkọcha n'Idi egwu, ọnụ ejibili akụ, Ọkọcha nọmba 10, oh, Ọkọcha n'Idi too much, love you pass Maradona, love you pass Bebeto, Ọkọcha n'Igbo emo, Ọkọcha n'Igbo emo, love you pass my mother, love you pass my baby, oh, Ọkọcha n'Idi egwu, ọnụ ejibili akụ, Ọkọcha nọmba 10, oh, Ọkọcha n'Idi too much, love you pass Maradona, love you pass Bebeto, everybody gyrate, everybody gyrate, everybody gyrate, everybody gyrate. Obelede, 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 Iju wasi na kalaka, wahala no dey pay, oh, make you dey your own, oh, make you marry your wife, oh, make I marry my own, oh, make you manage your life, oh, make I manage my own, oh, life na jeje. London based, Jare. You sabi the season where we dey. The season where every
Nigeria's brightest sound. Bright 98.7.
even though na the father I want a bicycle. The season age bozu. The season where everybody dey in a hurry. The season of unnecessary accidents. The season for blood drinkers. Yeah, my brother. They were very, very good. On 1 December no lubego. On 1 December no lubego. On 1 December no lubego. On 1 December no lu my brother. On Wednesday one ole. On 1 December no lubego. On 1 December. On 1 December no lubego. Otito de lena. On 1 December no lubego. Bamunu Jesus. On 1 December no lubego. Mungosiaro. On 1 December no lubego. Iko dika follow. On 1 December no